Hello, this is the Zulu here, better known as Steve. Man, what a butt clencher last night the football was. You know, England do give us heart attacks, I tell you. Took it to the wire last night. I'm not really bothered actually, because I am a Reading supporter. We're used to disappointment. But England last night, in the first half, were awesome. And we got a great goal, and I thought, this is it, we're playing a lot better. Then they equalised under dubious manner, and then we had to wait to the sort of the 89th or 90 minutes, and Harry Kane scored for us. Wow, what a relief! But as you can gather, I was watching that last night. This video I want you to do, you've got a great clue actually what I'll be showing, because I'm wearing the t-shirt. I thought I'd give you a clue, so I put my W.A.S.P t-shirt on. Also, I'm very proud actually, because it's no processed lack. As you may know, I've stopped eating all processed food, and I'm losing weight slowly, because these t-shirts are getting loose around the shoulders, so it's definitely working. And I'm feeling, excuse me, I think I've caught the same allergy as Scott, or vice versa. Yeah, I think this no processed food diet suited me better. But I just want to show you some stuff I got last week. And first want to thank John VINYLIZER. I wasn't being rude, buddy. I meant to do this video last Friday, but unfortunately everything went skew-whiff after Friday. Sorry, was it Thursday or Friday? It was last week sometime. Then the football's kicked off, and that's had another complication. And I've had a few personal issues to sort out as well. So I left this video a bit late. Also, I'm going back south Friday as well. And there was another video I intended to do last week. I should probably do that before I go home. Well, I'm home already, but where I was born. Yeah. But I've got a few things I want to show, and they're incoming or new stuff. The first one, a big thanks to John. He's VCLT'd me this, or he's given me this. I'm dead chuffed. I'm really pleased with this record, because I've seen it before, but I've never pulled the trigger on it. And what it is, in England we had a DJ, his real name was John Ravenscroft, but he was better known as John Peel, and he basically played music on British radio that no other DJ would play. And he championed a lot of bands like Napalm Death, Bolt Thrower, the Electric Hippies, Extreme Noise Terror, and Doom, and other stuff. But what they've obviously done is put all the records he played on here as a compilation. And you can see at the back the track listing. And you can guess why I bought this album. What interested me, there is a Bolt Thrower track on it, and Attacking the Aftermath. That was first broadcast on the 13th of the 1st, 88. And talking of death metal, I did forget to hold my Mortification album up. I'll hold that one up in another death metal video, but I did miss a couple out, and I knew I had. And when I was making it, I was trying to wrap my brains, and I realised Mortification, you haven't shown that. But that's another good band. But this album really made my day when John gave me it. I'm really happy, John. And thanks, mate, a lot, my friend. Really appreciate it. The second album, this is John VINYLIZER influencing me again. Because on John's channel, he showed a couple of albums where they'd been poorly packed, and he wasn't happy with the contents, which is, fair play. So what happened was, Renee, better known as Holspa Metal, or Holspa, H-A-O-L-S-P-A, who lives in Spain, held up this record by a Canadian band called Helix. Now, I don't own this album, but I've got 3 or 4 of theirs in my collection, and I'm a big fan of theirs, and I thought I'd buy it. But unfortunately, in my case, it was cheaper to buy it on vinyl than it was on CD, because the CD was silly money. And I found a vinyl copy, and even where it come from was in Belgium. It's an import. They shipped it over Belgium, and I saved about £4, and that's this album. And Renee showed it, he said it would be good, and thank God it's still sealed, but I can't see any damage. I think it's come through intact. I was looking at it, the only thing is I think they wound the tape round too tight, which is normal, and it can warp the record. But I'm really pleased with this one. There's no damage to the corners, and it's a lot better condition than most records you get from a generic UK record store. I'm not going to mention them, but they're on every street corner and everybody knows what they mean. But yeah, so I treat myself to this album. Greg the Egg will know a lot about this. I don't know if you own it, Greg, but Renee said it was a really, really good album, and if Renee said it's a good album, you know it's going to be very good. So I thought, in for a penny, in for a pound, I'll discover it for myself. And yeah, so I treated myself to it. Talking of Greg, a CD, this is a CD I've been playing a lot in the last, since I got it, is this band, what Greg sent me, the Headpins. Awesome band from Vancouver in Canada. They've been going forever, and it's amazing. But I used to see this record on vinyl, and I think the reason why I didn't pull the trigger on this one, if you take away the title, it looks like a disco album. It didn't look like a rock or metal album. But it's got a great female vocalist, and it's just an out of this world album, and I haven't stopped playing it. It's just brilliant. But the final album I want to show today is something I treat myself to, and this is W.A.S.P. Dominator. Now, if anybody's got this album in their collection, please let me know in the comments below what you think of it. I have got a few gaps in my W.A.S.P. collection, and I don't think I've ever heard this album. I might be wrong, but I definitely ain't got it in the collection. So it was dirt cheap. So that could be a bad omen. But I treated myself to it. It's got a nice little booklet, and you got Blackie Lawless there, and it's really thick booklet as well. Really feels, oh, something fell out of it. It looks like some advertising, but yeah, you got all this bits and pieces. There's Blackie again, but yeah, I thought I've got another one coming as well. I think I've ordered a couple more. Sort of some of the W.A.S.P. stuff in the early sort of 2000s, and it's on the Napalm Records, but it's a little advertising, a little flyer, and it tells you all the other stuff that's available by this band. But I'll give this a spin anyway. I might have heard the music before, but I've never owned the CD, so I thought I'd give it a spin anyway. But hopefully my next video, I want to do the video I was going to do last week before I got interrupted. As you can imagine, as well as a music fanatic, I'm a bit of a football fanatic as well, and it's only on once every 4 years. That's my excuse anyway, but it's sort of dominating things around here at the moment. But I just want to say love each other, VC, and I'll see you soon. Take care.